Please, I'm sorry. Sweet? Is that you? What are you doing here? Looking after me? Why? 'Cause I fainted? Oh, yeah. That always happens when I switch from different forms. Yes, I recall last night. Do you, is the question. You do as well. Okay, so, why are you still here and not holding a wooden stake? You want answers? Okay, I can at least give you that. You deserve that. But one thing though. I'm really, really hungry. Calm down. I have some blood in the fridge. Animal blood, okay? No, I won't sneak up on you, behind you. I'm much too weak to do that anyway. I haven't eaten in weeks. Hunting has been challenging recently. And now I know why. Mutts. Thanks, sweets. Alright. Answers. Where to start, right? Well, I guess... Well, I guess I should explain last night then. As you might know by now, I'm a vampire. I'm 230 years old. I know, I look good for my age. Last night, that was a werewolf. Mutt is what we call them. A rabid beast, practically. Most purebred werewolves are pretty reasonable. They actually have brain cells. Mutts, however, don't. They were like big, loud, drooling bacteria. An infection, really. Or a disease, if you will. They will attack and hunt anything, but they shouldn't be on this side of town, which is odd. They should be on the west side, not ever here, which is very odd. I'll have to report this to my council later. But first, my priority is you. Originally, I thought it was a regular werewolf looking for food or more humans. Werewolves take humans for different reasons. It depends if they're a true blood or a mutt. If they're a mutt, then you're food. But true bloods, sometimes they're looking for someone, or they're looking for a mate. I kissed you last night to show my claim over you, so they wouldn't take you away. I should kiss you more often? I thought you would be scared, or see me as a monster or something. Well, I'm your protector, of course. I'm always gonna be there to save you. No, I don't need to take a bite out of you. No offense, but you can never tell where human blood has been. Well, there is one thing you could do for me. Well, the sun is still up, and we don't go into work till much later, so would you sit next to me and let me rest on your chest? Hmm? Yay. Oh, you're not hurt from last night, are you? No? Great. You feel somewhat better? um, how? 'Cause you know? Are you sure you didn't hit your head or something? Well, I ask 'cause I can hear your heartbeat faster, actually. You... Hmm? I'm making you feel that way? Come here. 'Cause I want to kiss you. Don't worry. I promise I won't bite. I do really like you, you know. There was once a time I would only drink the blood of a loved one who had affection towards me. That was my other half, though. The one who kept meeting in your dreams. Mm-hmm. Yeah, I knew about that. Hmm? How did I do that? Kind of simply, really. If a vampire is old enough, we can develop certain powers, abilities, that are unique to ourselves. I can somewhat communicate with people and others through their dreams. I can only do it, though, when people are unconscious or asleep. The only thing is, I need to know their name and their face, otherwise I can't find them. Well, it was easy to find you when we first met. Actually, I took a look at your job application when you applied. So, I knew your name. And then when I saw you with our boss, I figured you were, well, you. I wasn't completely sure until I entered your dream. I found it only fitting to introduce myself once we were at work that day. Well, I looked at your application because I was assigned to look after you till you choose. Plus, I'm a little nosy, and sometimes I can't help it. What do I mean by choose? Uh, well, you see, the you kind of need to choose a side where you stand here, or which side you choose. How do I say it? What I mean is, there is the vampire colony here, my colony, and they like to keep things in order. The way things go is if someone new comes to town, they are watched and protected by a monster or a member of any kind till they know which side they choose. Usually it's the human side, and nobody's even the wiser. I know, I keep saying side. It's just easier that way. There are vampires, witches, werewolves, and humans, all living in the same area. Most humans don't even know what goes on. Who may live their regular, normal lives. However, there are many humans who actually choose different sides. Like werewolves, like I said, and there's mutts and there's purebreds, and look for food or a mate. Witches are the tricky ones, really. They are the ones we vampires fight the most with. I know, you were expecting me to say werewolves, right? Technically we do, it's just pureblood werewolves tend to serve a witch. Reasons why we're always fighting. We fight with witches because we want their stones. It's a source or a part of their power. Witches tend to carry a stone or something that is linked to their powers. It makes it feel like it's a part of them, in a way. It could be a ring, an earring, a necklace, a charm, some type of clothing, anything really. If a vampire like me is able to get this, then and wear it, I'm able to walk in the sun and never get burned by fire. I will be immune to anything from nature. No, not from a wooden stake, though. A wooden stake through the heart? Who wouldn't that kill? But witches don't exactly hand these right over. Supposedly, witches are the ones who cursed us to be like this. This is what I know. A long time ago, there was only men, humans, your kind, living in caves for years, and throughout time, you then discovered more. You began to bicker with one another, and that led to fighting and going into wars, too. However, through these ashes of war, witches began to appear. Some say they were created to teach you, guide you, and protect you from yourselves. After the wars, the witches looked down upon your kind, and decided to punish you for fighting amongst each other. You have turned yourself into monsters, just to spill your own brother and sister's blood. So you must remain monsters forever. And they did. We did. They turned them into what I am, my kind, vampires. Werewolves were soon created by the witches also, but they were used as guard dogs against us vampires. Mutts are the same, however, a mutt tends to happen when a witch doesn't know what they're doing and ends up with a bad experiment. Each kind has grown stronger throughout the years, and throughout fighting sometimes. Soon became pointless, so territories were figured out. A crossing of these territories without an invitation or authority wouldn't end very well. And if blood was spilled, it would be even worse. Last night was kind of an example of it. However, no one controls the mutts. They don't have a leader. Nor do they rely on one another like an actual werewolf pack would to attack. They were cast out and drawn out to the west by the other werewolf packs. So it makes no sense why they would be here and attacking us. What? Vampire powers? I told you, it's sleep telepathy. Oh, you mean when I was fighting? Oh, that power. Well, like I said, there was once a time I would only drink the blood of ones who had affection towards me. When I was just a fledgling, I got high on my new powers as a vampire. It was like I was able to be free. No one was able to hold me back, and I could have anyone I wanted, which was very scandalous for a lady at my time. I was alive during the year 1790, and I was turned later that summer. I was like that for a few centuries, actually, until I stepped on some seductive witch's toes. She locked my other half away, and I was all that was left. I think it was the craving she locked up. The addictive craving of drinking the blood of someone's heartbeat for me. I could still taste the love, the lust, the passion and the heat, in all of it. I was eventually able to find a spell that unlocks my other half, but I became an inner conscience at that point. I was able to find a compromise within myself. The sweet side, this side, keeps and stays out of trouble, while my other spicy side comes out in certain times of need, like last night. The only side effect of it is going back and forth from both of my sides. I can't always lock the other side up so easily. I'm not a witch, and doing something like that takes a lot of energy out of me. So I end up passing out from it. It takes me a few days to get back to how I'm usually am. But other than that, I'm fine. Speaking of fine, are you sure you are? You look tired. Here, why don't you rest with me? We can continue tomorrow. Come on, lay down with me. Well, you watched out for me, so it's my turn to watch after you. Well, at least for a little bit. You need sleep, too. You deserve some rest. Come on. I promise I won't bite. Hey my wild cards. I hope you like my video. I've been wanting to do this for a while. I just couldn't find the right way to put everything, so I decided just to make one long video. Anywho, I took a look at my YouTube analytics the other day, and it turns out that 70% of you guys are not subscribed to my channel. That almost left me heartbroken. So if you're new here, hit that subscribe button so you don't miss out on some of my crazy videos. And if you're new here, welcome my wildcards. I am so glad you can join us and be a part of my wildcard family. Anywho, next is the Patreon preview of Neighborhood Vampire. For the full version, you can support me on my Patreon, and you can find out what happens next. And I have to say, it is pretty steamy and spicy. Also, by supporting me, you can get your name at the end of my videos, and special pulls, sneak peeks, and previews on what I'm doing next, or also the process of some of my videos. So, without further ado, this is what happens when the spicy side enters your dreams. My sweet side may know about it sometimes, but there are a few times when I don't. This is one of them. Sweets, what are you doing here? I told you I was going out hunting, and yet you follow me? I'm fine, I told you. I don't need help from a little human. I know you're worried about me, but I'm starving. You need to get out of here while I can still hold back my cravings. Because if you're around, I will definitely make sure you end up on my plate. Now, run! Hurry! I like the chase. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. Something smells good. 6, 7. Now where are you? 8, 9. Gotcha. 10.